This is Chemistry Chapter 1, pages 13 and 14. We will be covering a little history of chemistry and then famous chemists and their contributions. The next topic, which is the applications of chemistry in various fields, will be discussed in the next video. So this video will be a little shorter than the usuals. Now, from magic to science, the things in the ancient times, in the olden times, when the people could not understand the phenomena of science and why things were happening, they didn't have an explanation about this. They thought that it was magic. But as they became aware, as they progressed in the field of science, they could find the logic and explanation about things, and then it became to be known scientific facts, laws, and theories. Next comes the people in the ancient times who knew something about the field of chemistry, how things react with each other, how we can use these reactions and these changes for the betterment and progress of us. These peoples were called alchemists. Alchemist means someone who uses magic to do things. It was believed that these people could interact with the matter around them. They could manipulate the matter. People thought it was magic, but it was really science. It was really chemistry at play here. So these days, the alchemist and the field of alchemy is called a pseudoscience. Pseudo word means false, nakli. So pseudoscience means false science. And the field of chemistry is an actual branch of science. So in the ancient times, the alchemists were actually using chemistry to do things, to interact and manipulate the matters around them, making different chemical reactions and using things for people's betterment. But actually they were just doing chemistry without knowing the logic behind things, the explanations behind them. Now, as the science progressed, the notable chemists made great contributions in the field of chemistry, which we will do it, some scientists will be discussed right here. First is Dmitry Mendeleev. Now, why I am pronouncing it in this way is he is a Russian scientist. He was born in Russia. He had a Russian name, so we are going to pronounce his Russian name. It is Dmitry Mendeleev. Please take care of the pronunciations of the names. So, he invented the modern day periodic table. What is the periodic table? It is a table where all the elements, जो भी substances present होते हैं हमारे around, the metals, the non-metals, these elements are arranged in a particular order according to their properties, according to their atomic mass, according to their atomic number. Now, what is the atomic mass? Atomic mass is the mass or weight of the atom. Everything is made up of molecules. Molecules are made by two or more atoms coming together. We have studied this in physics chapter 1 matter. So you could refer that video for reference. But atomic mass is the weight of the atom. And he arranged the elements according to the increasing atomic mass, in the order of their increasing atomic mass. Now, when he made the modern periodic table where we could arrange all the elements according to their properties, it was great help in the field of chemistry. So later, when a new radioactive element was found, it was named after him as Mendelevium. It is Mendelevium. Radioactive elements are those elements which are more reactive than the normal elements. They are always reactive, and radioactive elements are actually harmful for humans and animals in general. So they have to be handled very, very carefully. Next comes Antoine Lavoisier. He is a French chemist. This is a French name. There is a rule in the French language that the last alphabet of all the letters is silent. Like in English, when we pronounce English letters, कुछ words ऐसे हैं English में जो silent होते हैं. Similarly, in the French language, the last letter is always silent. So we pronounce the name as Antoine Lavoisier. He discovered the role of O2, that is oxygen, in combustion. Combustion means burning of a substance. उसने पता किया कि जब कोई चीज़ burn करती है तो उसमें ऑक्सीजन क्या रोल प्ले करता है. And the role is this, that this combustion or burning of a substance cannot take place without oxygen. अगर किसी जलती हुई चीज़ को ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिलेगा then it cannot burn. And this is used in many applications these days. For example, manufacturing of the fire extinguishers. We know how to put out a fire. Just cut the supply of oxygen to the burning material. He recognized the oxygen and hydrogen. I have pronounced it wrong here. Sorry, I have spelled it wrong here. There is a G and an N. So he recognized oxygen and hydrogen elements. उसने oxygen और hydrogen को पहचाना. He knew, so we knew now that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. It again gave us many explanations and uses of the knowledge. He reformed the chemical nomenclature. Nomenclature is how we name the chemicals. Now many chemicals were named after ancient languages like Greek or Latin, but he reformed the chemical nomenclature so that every chemical, every element had a different name, we had a different pronunciation for it, and we had a different spelling for it to avoid confusions, because there are so many elements in compounds. He predicted the existence of silicon. Silicon is basically found in sand. He predicted that silicon is an element which is found in earth. It is found in sand, like for example the desert sand, and silicon is used in the electronic circuits which we use today. Established sulfur as an element. Before, it was believed that sulfur was a compound. It was made up of more than one type of atom, but he proved that sulfur is an element, that is, it is made only of one type of atoms. He discovered that the mass of matter remains same. Now this one is important. The mass of matter means whatever matter is inside, whatever atoms and molecules is inside a piece of matter, inside a substance. He proved that the mass remains same. Although the volume can change, the shape can change, but the mass of a matter remains same all the time, wherever it is. John Dalton, he was born in England. He is an English physicist and chemist. So he was a pioneer in the field of physics and chemistry both. He is mostly known for the Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory is basically everything is made up of atoms. We know that. How the atom is arranged, what is atom formed of, and what are the common characteristics of each kind of atom. सारे atoms में common क्या है और अलग क्या है. This Dalton's atomic theory is very important to be studied by students, and we will be studying it in future. Next, he did research on color blindness. Color blindness is one when your eye can distinguish between some colors and not in others. For example, the color which we see as red, a colorblind person may see it as pink or green. So he found what color blindness was and what causes it. Formulated Dalton's law of partial pressure. This is a little tricky. Law of partial pressure basically says that two gases which do not react with each other apply different pressures, or their partial pressures in the vessel they are kept in. I will elaborate on this in the classroom, but this is not to be studied right now in your class or in future few classes, so we might leave it, but I will give a small explanation on this one. Then fourth, Marie Curie. Marie Curie was a Polish physicist, Polish because she was from Poland. She married a name called Pierre Curie, who was a French physicist. Again French, last letter should be silent. So Pierre Curie. So Marie Curie and Pierre Curie did work in the field of physics, and she also worked in the field of chemistry. She was the first woman to win Nobel Prize, and she was the first woman and the only person to win 2 Nobel Prizes. That is, one Nobel Prize she won with her husband, Pierre Curie, and the second Nobel Prize she won on her own. She did a lot of research in the field of radioactivity. I told you that radioactive elements are the elements which are more reactive and they are unstable elements. Now, she did research on the field of radioactivity, why some elements are radioactive, others are not, what are the effects of radioactive elements on their environment. She also discovered polonium and radium, two elements which were later placed into Mendeleev's periodic table. She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. I told you this. Now, this discovery of polonium and radium helped her to increase the research in the field of cancer. It was really helpful in the field of cancer, towards the cure of cancer, although ironically she herself died of a type of cancer. So that's sad. But I want you students to search on these scientists and the other scientists given in the book. Their pictures have been given. Please search their names in the Google and see what their contributions in the field of chemistries are, and we'll continue later on.